Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today what I wanted to do is make sure that my microphone is on. Okay, it's on. All right, now that we've got that sorted out, welcome back to my channel. Today what I wanted to do is a tutorial on French girl makeup. I've been crushing on French girl makeup. I love Violette FR. She's here on YouTube. That's just her username. But I love her. I love Jean Damas, Camille Rowe. She's like, these are just these ultimate like French Parisian makeup crushes of mine. And that would actually be a really good name for a series, like Makeup Crush French Girl. But anyway, that's what we're gonna be doing. I love the way these girls do their makeup because it's all very approachable. It's very fresh. And just looking like yourself, and it's nothing aggressive. There's no aggressive contours or super structured eye looks. It's all very blendy, very smudgy. Today we are going to do the famous red French girl lip with like a sparkly, glittery, soft eye. I'm very excited. I'm gonna start off with my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I moved up a shade in this. I now wear shade number 5. I used to wear shade number 4, it was a little bit too light. Just gonna apply this. I really like this stuff because you can wear a lot, and because as you guys can see, it has more of like a skin tint to it than just a straight up pearl or gold sheen. It looks a little bit more realistic and not as artificial as some other illuminators. So this is just great for replicating an actual really healthy glow. For foundation, I'm going to use the NARS Sheer Glow. I use the shade 3.2. I'm just going to dot this all over. This is a nice light coverage foundation that is very skin-like, and if applied and blended out correctly, it does not look cakey or artificial. And that's kind of the main thing with all these French girls. They do not overdo it on the complexion products. It's really about getting your skin to look as natural as possible and not, you know, it's not an emphasis on the flawlessness, it's just an emphasis on looking natural, and I love that. So more than perfecting the skin, you just want it to look better and radiant and healthy, but it doesn't have to be blemish free or completely evened out. The sponge is also great for this because it will pick up any excess foundation. It just makes it a little bit harder to go overboard and cakey with it. All right, for concealer, I'm gonna use the Wander Beauty Dualist Concealer. I am going to be using the illuminating side first. Did this drip on my sweater? I'm just gonna lightly dot this under the eyes. And this concealer just gives you a very radiant, light, milky veil of coverage. If you feel like you need a little bit more coverage, then on the other side, there's actually a like full coverage matte stick. That's great for using to hide anything that's a little bit more pigmented. And today I'm actually gonna use the stick side just to prime my eyelids for some eyeshadows. And then I'll just blend out the concealer with a little eyeshadow brush. Set the skin and keep everything in place. I'm gonna use a little bit of the MERCIER Candle Glow powder. This one is in the shade number 3. I'm gonna pick it up on a Revlon highlighting brush actually, because it's really nice and is not gonna put too much powder. I'm just gonna use this to set anywhere that I'm a little bit more prone to creasing and just where I wanna make sure that I don't have concealer or foundation migrating around on the skin. So a little bit on the eyes. So a little bit on the eyelids. And then I'll also set my nose. This is a great powder for this type of look because it's not gonna take away from the skin's natural radiance. It's gonna give you that, you know, budge-proof seal, but it's not gonna make you look matte or chalky, so it's gonna keep your skin looking like skin. So I'm going to quickly fill in my brows. I'm using the Brow Ultra Slim from Maybelline. This is, I think, brand new, and I've really been liking it. It's a great brow pencil. It's really nice and tiny, so you have an easier time making more hair-like strokes with this one. I'm also taking this brow pencil and just bringing back all of my freckles and moles, as well as adding a couple more. It just keeps your skin looking like skin, and like the whole French girl vibe is that you're not really wearing that much makeup, that you just have really nice even toned skin and you're like letting all your little freckles peek through. You know what I mean? Just like a little bit more fresh, a little bit more youthful. To just start bringing a little bit of added definition to my skin and really warm up this complexion, I'm gonna be using the Bare Minerals Warm Tan 22, which is actually technically a foundation, but I love using it for bronzer because I just think it looks super radiant and natural. So I'm just gonna pick some up on my brush, swirl it in the cap, and I'll still add this, you know, in the hollows of my cheeks to add a little bit of chisel. And we're not trying to, you know, we're not trying to like contour the face. We're just trying to add a little bit more definition, a little bit more depth without it looking super harshly contoured. So right back here, take a little bit on the corners of my nose, right on the bottom of my nose. This brush always sheds. I will be using that same Bare Minerals Seamless Shaping and Finishing brush to do my blush. I'm gonna use this one from L'Oreal. It is in the shade Charming, and this brush is perfect because you'll get that really nice, cute, you know, whisper of blush on the apples of the cheeks because it's very round and it's just perfect for applying right to the apple of the cheek, swirling it like this, and then blending it back on the cheek. This blush has a little bit of shimmer to it, so it gives you that juicy, natural looking flush rather than it being like too matte and apparently being blush, because with this French girl look, it's more about looking like something that your skin actually did. This is a flush that you actually got, and you know, couldn't we all be so lucky to get a flush that's actually this shade. For highlights, I'm gonna use this one from CoverGirl. It's the It's Lit Trio, and I'm gonna pick it up on a diffused highlight brush from Bare Minerals. Now, the thing that I'm noticing is they don't love a stripy, you know, bold looking highlight to where you can tell that it's really there. It's a very natural highlight. So I'm just gonna pick up this middle shade. I'm gonna pick it up on my finger like this. I'm going to lightly apply it to my skin, just like that. And then I'm gonna use my highlight brush to really blend this into the high point of my cheekbone as natural as possible, but also giving you that statuesque, higher looking cheekbone, because that is the illusion we're going for. I don't have the world's highest cheekbones, but highlighter makes me look like I have cheekbones that are at least a little bit higher. Just barely gonna highlight my Cupid's bow and use the brush to blend it out. You just really don't want this highlight looking artificial or too metallic. So take a little bit of time, blend it out, extra careful. And I love how they always have like a more natural, kind of like sparkly, glossy looking eyelid and then a smudged out eyeliner. So the perfect thing to get that kind of like glossy, glowy looking eyelid are the Natasha Denona Crystal Chroma Eye Top Coats. Oh my God, Chroma Crystal Top Coats. I'm gonna be using bronze. If I'm a little bit lighter, I like nude, but this is gonna stand out a little bit more, whereas this one's gonna match my skin tone a little bit more and give me that like glossy, dewy look. So I just pick it up with my finger and I'm gonna press this and smudge it all over my eyelid and up into my crease. It will truly give you that wet looking eyelid without you having to have wet eyelids. Now we have those wet, textured, kind of glossy looking eyelids. They just catch the light so beautifully. They literally look like a sparkly gloss, but they're completely dry to the touch and they're waterproof and long lasting. So you get the best of both worlds. All right, so I'm taking this LA Girl eyeliner and I'm smudging it along my top lash line with an eyeshadow brush after I've applied it, just to give it a little bit more of a hazy look, and I'm winging it out a bit on the corner. Rock and roll smudge, but make it daytime. Like, it's a very soft, hazy smoked outliner. All right, we're also going to tightline and line the waterline. I'm gonna quickly set my brows just in a perked up, fluffy look. I'm using the clear, can't talk. I'm using the clear brow gel. This one's from Wander Beauty. I really like it. And because the brush is so tiny, I feel like it gets every single individual brow hair. This is one of the finest bristled brow gel brushes I've ever used. And I just feel like it can grab every single brow hair so that every single one gets set. I'm gonna take some of this Lash Paradise base from L'Oreal. This is it's supposed to make your eyelashes look longer. I've used it a couple times. I think it makes my eyelashes look longer. I really like applying it only to the tips though. It's not waterproof, so if I take it too far down on the root of my lashes, it can cause them to not be as curly. And I really like to pay attention on scooping it to these outer corner lashes as well. And then we're gonna be doing mascara. I'm gonna use the, I was gonna say L'Oreal, the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Tons of length, tons of separation, and a lot of fanning out. So this mascara is probably the only mascara I've ever used that actually like fans out my lashes and doesn't look clumpy or spidery. For the sake of giving myself some sort of guideline while I'm doing lipstick, I'm gonna use Hover from MAC because it's just a natural looking lip liner that, okay, I literally don't have to be applying it like that as I'm speaking. It's just a natural looking lip liner that matches my own lip color, and it just helps me see where I wanna take the lipstick to. And then for lip color, I'm gonna be mixing 2 of the Clé de Peau Radiant Rouge liquids. I'm gonna be mixing Red Currant, which is number 7, and then Silk Kimono, which is number 107. So I'm gonna take the matte one, which is Silk Kimono. I'm so nervous that I'm getting stuff on my white sweater. And all the French chicks do this like very effortless blotted lip where it looks like they've been wearing their lipstick for like 3 hours, but they've actually only been wearing it for, you know, a few seconds, and they just blend out their lipstick with little brushes like this and give themselves a really soft, diffused edge. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just using a little eyeshadow, like a little mini shadow brush. And then I'm gonna take Red Currant to add just a tiny bit of slip. Make it a little bit deeper of a red as well. All right, this is the finished French Girl red lip makeup tutorial. I really wanna do a smoky eye as well. This wasn't one specific look, it was just French girls in general, kind of creating a look encompassing all the things about French girl makeup that I really love. So I just wanted to do like classic French girl red lip. I hope you guys loved this as much as I do. If you have any questions regarding any of the products or things that I used in this tutorial, please feel free to hit me up in the comments down below. I will always do my best to get back to you guys. And if you have any requests for other makeup tutorial recreations that you guys want to see, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below as well, because I love knowing the looks that you guys want to see me recreate. You can also always send me them as DMs on Instagram as well. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye guys.